And, okay, we're on? Hi.
Yeah.
I can believe it. I can believe it. Look who I found. I found KATRINA Blair, and I actually heard of you in Boulder, Utah, from Eva and Eric, lovely people that you know.
Yes.
And I've been voraciously reading KATRINA's book, and it's called The Wild Wisdom of Weeds. And I just want to say that when I meet the real deal, when I hear of a woman who's the real deal, I know it like instantly. So I can now, it's been confirmed looking into your eyes. So thank you for taking the time.
You're welcome.
Really. And I want to introduce you to our YouTube family. I also am, we're filming this to show that people can easily travel and be healthy and take care of themselves. So if there's anything you want to share, right now we're sitting here at your cafe. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this is the Turtle Cafe, and we've been serving living foods, local foods, and wild foods for 18 years.
Wow.
I know, amazing. The first year was on a bicycle because I didn't have this place yet, so we would we had the kitchen, even though it wasn't quite certified yet. But we made all of our 4-course meal, but all our plates and silverwares and cups, even a wheatgrass juicer and wheatgrass on a bike, this 3-wheel bike cart. And I would pedal it down to the community building down 5 blocks from here and open up a makeshift cafe.
I read that you were trying to raise money for the turtles, yes?
Right.
In the lake?
There's actually was 60 acres of wetland that was for sale that we wanted to protect, which happened.
Magically, because you were peddling raw food.
Yeah. If I just do something will happen.
Right?
And
like,
it did.
You never know where the money or the abundance is going to come from.
Yeah.
It could come from an unexpected source.
We
So
just do our part.
you managed to preserve and conserve in 18 years of doing this. And the thing, like, I can't even recommend this book enough. Like, it's filled with like how you got into it, what your upbringing, how your mom had rheumatoid arthritis and she found holistic healing, and your dad took you on hikes and out into the wild. Like, I need to know. Like, right now I'm like mallow midwife to kale plants, and like there's the hollyhock flowers, which I didn't even know you could eat.
Yes.
You can eat these flowers, and so
go get one.
You can go get it, and I'll just rave about you for a minute. But I get to talk. I'm gonna let her talk in a second because she's just amazing. Oh, thank you. No, that's great. We're gonna eat our lunches. She's not only telling you why she got into it, like how KATRINA got into it, and when she was in high school, she went into like the woods and just camped by herself, and you go on like long days of, what do you call the days where you just go, like you ended up in Telluride once and you went for a week by yourself and just ate along the way?
I do it every year actually. I'm gonna leave on Friday.
Really?
Yeah, and I just go simple. I bring a little bit of seaweed these days. Sometimes I bring nothing, but it just depends. But I pick the time to go when it's berry season, and so there's so much food out there.
And you know the food to eat.
Yeah, and I know the food.
We can learn, because you got to know the food to eat. Don't just eat any food.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Like, I could see the shine. You're shining, and still all these years later, you'll walk to Telluride eating along the way.
And I just bring a tarp and a sleeping bag and a pad, and then my water bottle, and I just fill up on the creeks and drink and sing and send out intentions and nibble.
It's gorgeous. We met the real deal, you guys. Like, you can come learn from her during your workshops.
Yeah, I have. We just finished a wild plant permaculture and sacred practices of ecology course. That was kind of an intensive.
Yeah.
So we do that once a year, and then also this 3-month program called Living Soil.
Okay.
And that's in the spring. And so then there's lots of different
I want to do both of those and more. And you also have a CSA.
Yeah, Wild Food CSA.
Wild Food CSA, which is
I should go get
extraordinary.
it.
Please get it. I would love to show them.
You can eat that.
Hollyhock, you guys. You can eat this. And they grow all over Utah. And so, can you tell how excited I am to meet KATRINA? We drove to Durango for this, and I walked in, and she was in her office, and she just looked up and there's just so much like brightness coming from her eyes. She's not only telling you how she got into it, she's telling you what the makeup of all the wild weeds are, and she chose the ones that you can find all over the world, and then she gives you recipes and what to do with them, recipes for food and what these things are used for. So
oh yeah, there's the hollyhock flower.
I didn't know you could eat it. I thought maybe you could eat the leaves, but
you could eat the whole plant. And in our wild CSA, this is fun. We have these beautiful bags that one of our volunteers made. She drew all 13 plants on a bag.
So the 13 plants, the wild plants that this book, because you could have chosen many, but you chose 13 for what reason?
I chose them because they're the most abundant plants that you'll find everywhere when you travel the world.
Right.
So they're found in you know, dry climates and high elevation and low, and they are just, their niche is our disturbance, the humans. So they
wait, say this again. And what does that mean?
These plants, their niche where they thrive is humans' disturbance. So everywhere we travel and build and disturb the ground, you'll find these plants.
They're coming up.
Yeah, in abundance.
In abundance, like here to save us.
And the more we harvest them, sometimes the more they grow, because there's more disturbance in that. And so they're heroes.
Funny?
Yeah.
There are heroes. I said this when I was in Stockbridge, Georgia, and someone told me you can eat this weed. And I looked it up and I thought, it's everywhere and people are annoyed with it.
Yeah.
But I think it's here to save them from heart disease.
Absolutely.
Right. The kudzu from Japan came there to save the world. Like, so it's just so amazing that then next I heard of you, and this is next level.
And it is powerful to make those connections. Like thistle, sometimes people think it's the bane of all plants and it's on the noxious
Why do
weed
they
list.
think it's the bane? Like, why do people think weeds are bane?
Well, it kind of roots back to, we could say, you know, the cattle industry, where really you want just your hay to have grass and alfalfa in it, and any other plant becomes a weed.
Okay.
But then that became, you know, policy. And so
the policy.
And then it's just kind of gets perpetuated, and then it's an old thinking.
That we just don't even know, like, why do we think dandelions bad? Why, when I was little, were dandelions annoying when I actually thought they were so pretty? You blow on them and I didn't know back then you could eat them.
But we made a dandelion root chai.
I'm in love with dandelion. I'm in love with purslane. And I need to know, like, we need to know what are the other ones that we can eat.
Well, so the hollyhock also has these little fruits that they're in the okra family, so these are the okra vegetable of the hollyhock.
Really? It's a little veggie. It's so
veggie.
cute. It looks like it has a little, you know I'm coming to take an intensive. Look.
It's so beautiful. And it comes with a newsletter with like, you know, recipes and what to do with things. And
are you saying everything in this bag is edible?
well, the sunflower is edible. We eat the flowers. They're more for beauty too. And we grow sunflower greens inside, you know, microgreens. But those are just for your bouquet. We have a bundle of herbs.
So much to talk to you about. I have so much to talk. So how people can come here and pick up their CSA.
Check this. Is a smart root weed. So smart weed is in the book, and this root is one of the longevity herbs that we just grow naturally. It grows wild.
It grows wild, and you can make a tea.
And what it does is it tonifies all your organs. And there's an amazing story of how in China they use this as the primary supplement still today.
I wonder what it's called in Chinese.
It's called Foti.
Foti.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I love Chinese herbs. Oh, it's Hoshowu.
Yeah,
yes. You have Hoshowu growing.
This is a local variety. And so
my tonics.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing plant.
Wow. Look at that.
And then here's a dandelion root chai. So we grind the dandelion roots, dry them, and then blend it with some cinnamon and nutmeg and cardamom.
You grind them and dry them in a dehydrator, or do they just
sun dry? We have
sun dry
air dryers.
Oh my gosh, this is magical.
And we use thistle the same way. And just so you know, Be Happy Lands is a project where we're helping big landowners who have, you know, hundreds of acres not spray herbicides to still.
This is what I want to put out there because I read this in the book. So if we can't do the CSA, we can still help support what Turtle Lake Refuge is doing and Katrina's doing. So BeHappyLand something?
Well, just Turtle Lake Refuge.
Turtle Lake Refuge. So we're going to look at this website and see how we can learn, see how we can eat, see how we can support. It's beyond exciting to me.
And those are the leaves of this plant.
These are Hoshowo. I'm saying it wrong. You say it better. How do you say
Eshowu.
it? Eshowu. These are Eshowu leaves, everybody. And what's that?
Okay, so this is horsetail tooth powder.
Okay.
So we just took horsetail, those little joint grass, you know, the horsetails. We dried them, ground them into powder, mixed it with clay, kind of like a bentonite clay or just a good clay, and then we added mint oil. And this is your toothpaste. And the horsetail is so high in silica that it rebuilds enamel on the teeth, as well as cleans.
So back in the day, before everybody decided beads were bad, women like us, people like us, would just benefit. We would take advantage, or we would know for thousands of years which ones were good for us. So you're kind of bringing back this information to people who just don't know. Is it possible, like let's say somebody comes here for lunch, happens to be on this day, can we buy a CSA package?
You could if you let us know a little earlier.
Okay, so we can let you know in advance when we're coming.
Yeah.
So I can let you know when I'm coming back.
But actually,
I'm happy to
we
buy
have
one.
one extra.
Do you have one extra? Because I'm happy to get it. It's just too exciting.
And it's $25.
It's so fair. What's this?
And this is a little bag of tomatoes, local tomatoes.
And gooseberries.
And gooseberries, which are wild gooseberries, but we planted them at the farm. We have a wild permaculture farm, and so we grow lots and lots of foods there.
This is absolutely magical. So what do you?
More? There's wild salad mix. We give you a little bag of wheatgrass.
I can sprinkle these on my salad.
Local plums. Anyway, there's lots of goodies in here.
So can you do, if you don't have a juicer to juice wheatgrass, what would you do with it?
You just take scissors and you cut them into little pieces, and then you just put it in your blender with water.
That's fine.
Blend it up and then strain it, and it's delicious.
Okay.
And all grass is edible. All the wild grasses with their 8 amino acids as a survival food could save your asses.
You have poems and songs in the book. She has poems and songs. I wanted to hear the tune to all of them, so perhaps we'll do that one day where I can hear the tunes.
Perfect.
Oh, that's so great. Say it again.
Okay, I'll start another one.
Okay, start another one.
There's a secret right beneath your toes. From the ground is where the riches grows. Everywhere in the world where humans live, there's a free superpower that nature gives. You have 13 weeds from which to choose. Use your intuition and you can't lose. You are wise, so when you take a little bite, ask how much or how little to you feels right. Look, all of the wild animals know what to do. Eat your wild greens and join the zoo.
I love it. I have chills. It's so amazing because I just read it in the book a day ago, and I'm like, how does this go? How does she do it? And I had it was like a rap. Okay, so you said the time that you ate that berry, and then you went online or you found some information like, oh no, it was bad. It was a book, and because you read that it was bad for you, all of a sudden you started feeling the negative symptoms.
Yeah.
But in reality, 50% of people said it was good and 50 said it wasn't.
Right.
So what do you do when you're out in the wild and you can't identify everything? Should you really use your intuition and try it, or do you think it's best to know exactly what you're eating before you eat it?
Both. So there's a couple plants that are poisonous that you want to know ahead of time, like poison hemlock or lupine, or there's monk's hood around here. Anyway, there's a few poisonous plants, and it's not a bad idea actually just to know that you're not eating that.
Right.
Then 90% of the plants beyond that are actually not going to harm you. It's just,
okay, so this is really interesting. This is less fear-based than what I was thinking, like don't eat anything unless you know what it is. And it would be hard to identify everything out in the wild.
I mean, I don't know everything about, I'm still learning too. So I would take a plant and just put it to my tongue. I start to know patterns of plants. It's like a language. So that grows. But when you get to know someone for the first time, you just go slow. And you're
kind of bed with them.
Yeah, you're like courting each other for a while.
And you just taste a little bit. So actually, I'm excited about this. So we can actually just learn which ones are poisonous and then kind of take it easy with the others.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds fun
and
to
then
me.
start with what you do know. Like, okay, I can recognize a dandelion. So then start eating that on a regular basis, and that awakens your instinctual wisdom, and that guides you further.
I totally believe this. Yeah. I totally believe that the plants just give us more and more information.
Yeah, from the inside out. Like all of a sudden, we're thinking more like a dandelion, and we know how to survive and be good caretakers of the earth. And
God, you really, mean, really magical you are, and it's because of how you eat, and it's so beautiful to see. I'm beyond tickled and delighted that we drove to Durango.
Good timing.
Yeah, what a score!
Yeah.
What a good, perfect timing, actually.
Yeah.
Really. So, is there anything else you'd like to share with our beautiful family?
Well, I'm looking forward to, I don't know, connecting or encouraging each person on their own journey to really listen to their soul's passion and live in a beautiful, embodied temple.
Yeah. So that sounds like a beautiful invitation to come to this cafe, a beautiful invitation to learn and to get to our next level, right?
Yeah.
Together.
And we are each other's best resources, so communicating and sharing experiences, it's so valuable.
It really is. That's exactly what we're doing. Thank you so much. I really am tickled and delighted. So let's all look up the website, which is
turtlelakerefuge.org.
That's easy. Let's do that. I am just so happy. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.